Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. That's what someone told me I should say every time I say good morning for you guys. We're going to go after Morristown today. And I'm not going to bother with what they want because they want me to do things that I probably can't do. Printing economy the most, avoiding these tags, meh. Jersey town, meh. No, I want another region. And so we're going to go after Morristown and the scoops that are here right now. And just to see though. He wants me to print an informational paper. No, I think we're going to stay moderate this time too. Although if we want to go all the way to sensational, then we can get the, the perk to teach somebody else the pen. So maybe that's worth it. But I think we're going to stick to moderate because it's a lot of money and I need a lot of money. So we're going to go ahead and try out Morristown today. Hope you're having a great day today. Man, I am not. I'm not. My daughter, apparently, she's got influenza, right? And I've been dealing with that for, the last couple of days, like the actual flu. Trying not to get sick myself because I just got done being sick twice. 'Tis the season for the bugs, is what it is. But my wife has been not happy. She has been gracious enough to take the day off today to help me so that I can at least get something done for you fine folks. So you know what? We're taking turns here. It's a team effort, this parenting thing. All right, Emilio can go ahead and unlock that one. And we don't have Bennett back yet, but I'm going to have him unlock this one because the statistics is there and ready for me too. We also have a crime story over here to go ahead and get. We want to get these scoops, and this is the scandal, the one we're going to have a hard time finding because it can appear anywhere. So probably the only scandal we're going to see, right? So why don't we go ahead, and I could have Bennett unlock that one too, but I think we're ahead of these guys enough. So maybe Mabel can go ahead and do it. Okay, she didn't unlock it ahead of time, so we don't have to worry about doing that ourselves. Let's put Mikhail in there. I think he'll be all right. 20 hours isn't that big of a deal for that story. It's going to be fine. And then on this side of things, let's say we wait. Do we wait for Emilio? Or Bennett. Sorry. Yeah, we wait for Bennett on this. We got more things here. Wow. Another one. Okay. So we're finding all the scoops immediately today. That's nice. We want to go here, even though this is better. So much better. But this is the scoop. That's annoying. But it is what it is. We'll go ahead and grab that. I don't think we need to prioritize it. We'll be fine. All right. On this side then, where is Bennett? Bennett. There he is. Let's go ahead and unlock that. And then Anthony can take it from there. Although I have a better person for that, don't I? There's that person that does really well with entertainment stories. You know what, Anthony? You can hop out of that. We're going to put you there instead. We'll put Anthony on a different story. I'm sure he'll be really great at a different story. Here we go. So now we can go down a more sensible path on this side. And Clarence can hit that. Yes, I think Clarence can hit that one as we progress our way down that way. And we'll slap an editor on this story. Why not? If we know we're going to use the story, if it's like guaranteed, yes, we're using this because it's a scoop. And we're finding it this early. I mean, you might as well tick the box, right? You might as well get the editor on it, get that extra quality star, etc. Now on this side here, risking a boycott on the ad does suck, but maybe we can avoid it. If we're going to be boycott, I would rather know it really early so that we don't waste time on those ads. And we have that done as well. And yeah, I think maybe what? We don't really need the editor on that one. I think we'll be all right there. This is obviously something we're guaranteeing ourselves to use there, so I'll put the editor on those things too. So the editors have a lot to do, all right? There's only 2 of them. They've got a lot to do. There's a revealing tag here. Unlocks with undercover. So does that have to have an undercover person here? I think I learned that from the last video that you got to put that there. I think I knew that already. It's just, many, many days between recordings, and it just, I forget things. It's not really a YouTuber brain thing. I hear that from people all the time. I think the people who say those things assume that, like, this is all we do every day. Like, this is all you're doing is playing this specific game. Which, if I only have one game going on the channel, then, yeah, that's all we're doing, right? But that's not really the case. I don't think it's worth going here, to be honest. Like, it's a gold tag, but it's really nothing special. I'm risking injury. I got to have a very specific person do this. It's just not worth it. I'm going to let that go, and there's not enough tags in there for me to want to invest in that. Because those foreign articles, those are big investments. And I don't think it's worth it. We will be using this, so we'll keep the editor on that. And another Europe story. This one's a little better, right? We can get all these tags. There's, I guess, politics, unrest, European statement, +4 influence points. Much better. And we can't unlock it quickly, though. That's the problem. But Anthony can go across the pond. Jim could do it. Mabel has the ability to potentially unlock this too really quickly. So, yeah, I guess we'll take this. I do want to speed them up a little bit. I got some cash now. We can speed people up. So we'll make them faster in unlocking this is what I'm hoping for anyway. We'll go ahead and have Anthony take the 8 hours on this one. And the hope is that when I sit Mabel on this, she'll trigger that. And then I don't have to wait. I only have to wait 6 hours. Oh, good. Good. President-elect escapes assassination attempt in Miami. Assassin fires into Roosevelt party in Miami. President-elect seems uninjured. Be quick to send some reporters to cover this big story. Okay. So that's what we got to do next. But I want to put Mabel here to see if she unlocks it. It doesn't look like she's going to, but I think that's how you can find out. Yeah. I can still put her on it. She's good for that. But I think this is a politics story on the map, is it not? Hello. Can I go there? Yeah, there we go. This is a crime story. Okay. Let's make sure we have the right people for this first then. Could put both of the coordinators in there. I need to have a nickname for these guys. I think I'm going to try and call them the coordinators. Makes sense. And I can stick all 3 of these guys on it, which is probably just best to just do it, right? The fastest guy should take the center one because it's the longest to report on. We don't need you. And then we'll just put Lewis and Stanley on it, I guess. Okay. Here's our stolen jewels. I'm going to get somebody on this too. Mabel can take it. She's better off on the international story. Anthony will take it. And then switch her back over here and we'll put her on that. Okay. 17 hours later, we'll have the European story. We've got everybody here on that. And all of the... Yeah, we're going to use the scandal too. So we'll put the editor on that as well. This is a photography piece. We really don't need it. So this entire story is 2 tags. Skip. This entire story is also 2 tags. So I'm not going to bother with it. All right, let's take a look. This one is propaganda. It's 2 tags. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that one either. Takes too long. Okay. Now this one would be cool because it gets us an object. That's pretty much the only reason it's cool. Everything else about it's not that cool. So Emilio, unlock the object, and then we'll just forget about it. Soap bar rack. Okay. I guess. Yeah, I mean, it helps with cleanliness, right? Anything I can do to help with cleanliness. Yeah, like I can't do this because I don't have a photographer, so we'll just skip that too. All right, so what I need is hopeful, and hopeful is found in economy and society. So economy and society. We're going to target that. That seems to be the only one I have left to try to find the scoop for it. Anthony, do we want you to do this? I think we do. Take that. I'm going to disable the editor to make sure we get that in time because it's influence. Okay. Yes, I know I'm running out of time for this, but guess what? Wallace is going to unlock it right now. Okay. Not the scoop, but also not bad. I can only do one side or the other, though. Let's pick statistics because we already have one, so we can pair it here. So we'll pick the statistics side. Christina will take that one. Over here, unrest, adventure. Let's go ahead and skip that one so we can hopefully find the scoop. And then there's hopeful. If we find the scoop, we can pair it. That's not too bad. So, yeah, one society article. Skip that one. There we go. Crime is now the hot topic of the week. And we are still looking for hopeful scoops. Still not there. Okay, now, again, I've had some people telling me different things here. Somebody's saying that the earlier I get this, the less I'll pay, is what they're saying. The earlier I get this bribe in the timer, the less I'll pay. I would like to science this. All right? So we're going to take a second in this article or in this video and science this to see whether or not waiting later has us paying more for it. All right? So to do that, I'm going to save it here. Then we're going to do the bribe. Then I'm going to reload the save, and we'll do the bribe again. And we'll see if there's any variance in how we act to the bribe and how it does it. Let's science it, because, you know, I like to do that sometimes. So we'll do that, okay? All right, so the game is saved. So let's go over to this, and we're going to try bribing immediately here, as fast as possible. Here we go. Okay, so that's 110 bucks. I did it as just hit the button, right? Okay, now what we'll do is we'll back out. It'll reload it. We'll pause it. Okay, now we're going to go back in, and this time we're going to wait a little bit. Okay, wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. And we'll go ahead and press it right now. See what I'm saying? Still 110 bucks. Okay. So there you go. Now we've scienced it. It's there. Whether it's a fluke or not, don't know. But there you go. Now you can see. I actually don't remember if the person told me you have to wait later or be early. It's been a while, but there you go. You at least have it. It's there. The evidence is right there on video. All right. So let's go ahead and do it again. It's such a simple article too. You know, I actually don't even think I want this, but I'm going to do it anyway. There it is. Wow. The scoop is in Europe. That sucks. Okay. Well, I mean, kind of do it, right? And there's society articles. Thankfully, we've got Kathy. She can speed things up a little bit. So let's go in. I mean, got to pay for it because I want the scoop. So 300 bucks. And it's in topics that I can't use the coordinators for. So we got 1 day here and 1 day, 12 hours here. So Kathy's benefit is better spent on the other article because it takes longer to do that. So we'll go here. Now I have to make sure that she's not going to blow this path before I get to this point, right? I want to get to this one. So actually what I should do is use her here, speed this guy up so that we can put somebody there. Yeah, I think we'll do Christopher here. He's done in 6 hours. And it's Wednesday. I'm gonna have the editor disabled here. When he's done in 6 hours, we want to send somebody here right away. We have a fair few people here, so let's just speed up really quick. And we want to send somebody. Let's put Lewis there. Now we're good. She can go ahead and blow it up. And she's also still there, so she will speed him up on that other side too. All right. That works for me. Everything's fire. I like the influence over the gruesome. I think we can all agree that the influence is better there. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we don't have to search for anything specific. We only got 5 more articles left to find, so let's go ahead and do this. Now, some of you guys might point out, and I don't know if you will or not, it's haven't posted these videos yet, but I assume that the observant amongst you is likely going to comment that I haven't used the 6th telegrapher station, right? Because, you know, I unlocked that telegrapher before and I haven't started using them yet. So, like, what gives, Charlie? Why aren't you using the other telegrapher? And that's a very good point. That's a very valid point. And here's my response to that incredibly valid point. It's a misplay. Yeah. We can place this person down here. I don't have any room up here for him is kind of where I'm at on that. If I had more room for them, I would. But now I'm going to stick them in a dark room by themselves. Good news, though, is that I can go in and add light. That's pretty easy to do. Put some light right above them. No problem. And let's get another telegrapher. Hey, this person's here. It's cool. Quick starter Mondays. It's a pretty good perk, honestly, for someone in this position to be really fast on Mondays. Find them as quickly as possible. I don't like the idea of paying them $100. I would have preferred to pay them less than this. That's a lot as their salary. And I'm tempted to say it's not worth it because, like, look at 26. Way different. Is that speed really going to get me $75 a day? I don't think so. I'm gonna swap them out. Careful. That's not good. Also $100. Yikes. All right. Well, hey, 2 misplays. Maybe I should have got that other guy. Give me somebody cheap. Come on. All right. $87. Likes the smell. Likes to smell nice and thus counters smell. Hey, you know, You know, I mean, what if I'm just spitballing here? Does it really? I mean, it's going to be loud. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want to put loudness in. But, you know, the thing is, he is going to be countering the smell. If I put you... he's loud. I get that. But if I put you... Let's say the bathroom shifts to be like this. Let's say I move all of these things over. Okay. And I shift you here, and I shift you here, and I move this over here. Okay, so here's the bathroom, and then I put you here. Now, you'll counter smell, and you have a little bit of noise, but, I mean, look, it's smelling really nice over here now, all right? Nobody can smell it. It's really just this room, which nobody cares about. And then you can be over here now, yeah? I think that's probably fine. A little off-center there with the wallpaper and stuff. And, you know, I think I'll probably just go ahead and put the tiles wallpaper in this whole area just to keep it, yeah, there. And then over here, maybe we put the reindeer in. It counters noise by 7%. And it's got, or the snowflake one adds prestige, 30. Prestige is kind of nice, isn't it? Everybody who walks through here will have prestige. I think so. We'll put that there, and then we'll counter the sound with the sound counters here, which is, I don't remember, comfort, noise counter. Put that right there. Done. See? Add a little more prestige there. Done. See? And then also we want the paper trash thing, because that's always a thing. Yeah. So now we have another telegrapher, okay? I did it. Is it the most elegant solution? No, but it's all right. And I was kind of hoping this room would be useful for photography or cartography or whatever, but either one of them is fine. But it just didn't work out yet. I think we're going to need yet another floor for that, which is another $25,000. And of course, we could go into debt for that, but I feel like I've learned my lesson there. I feel like it, maybe. There's only 3 articles left, and we have 3 spare telegraphers, so putting somebody on that lame little article isn't going to make a huge difference. We'll find them anyway. And you know what? Let's stick Mabel on that. Give her some experience in that. And then for the crime article, put Clarence on that. And we should be good to go. There's only one more telegrapher, right? He's not finding it, though. They're standing around. Why? Europe is open. I have 6 of you guys. They're probably in the bathroom. Yeah, they are. They're in the bathroom. No, they're just not. There are 5 here, plus here's my 6th, and then there's the Europe one. They're not finding it. It's a political story. They're not finding it. Oh, this guy's also in the dark. Probably want to counter that too. Let's go get the small lamp, deco lamp. Christmas lights could be somewhere too, maybe. Anywhere. No. I want to start bringing back some of these prestige things. Give these people happiness. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. Just can't fit it in there. That one can fit. Put that there. Put this over here, I guess. Put this one right there is fine. And in the bathrooms, yes, of course. We want to make those bathrooms nice, right? As nice as we can. Start spending the money on that. Paper. Need more paper. We are not going to be able to print 435 pages here. And why don't we also go in on the ads a little bit? So we've been working on this. The illustrator needs to finish it. Let's prioritize that. And I think from there, let's put in a sports ad. Let's get a sports ad going. I might need a sports ad this week. Who knows? Do we need more coal? We only have one. We have 2 boxes left. Yeah. 100 coal left. I think we're fine. More paper, though, is always needed. And maybe just a little bit more on the nutrition side as well. It might be a good idea to grab that too. But I think the next thing I'm going to go after is the dumbwaiter. I actually don't like this process of having to constantly get paper and put it up there. It's saving me money, but I think at this point, I got enough to make it work. And I think I'm going to get the dumbwaiter going. Yeah. This one here we can close, actually, because we can't get this anyway. So go ahead and close that connection. And then we're only left here with Berlin, which is pretty good. Risking injury is not great, but 1, 2, 3, 4 tags plus influence. Put the people to work here. Maybe it's late in the week, though. Can we get a better one later? Nazis secure industrial backing. I mean, we do want to report Europe stories. Just so we can see what they are, you know? It's the early 30s. I think that's pretty interesting to a lot of people. Do I want to pay for that, though? Let's go slow on it. We can go slow on it. And Anthony, I love your versatile nature, man. You're just getting every bit of experience. Yeah. All right, Anthony can hit this. 2 days, 12 hours from now. Might have been better to put Mabel on it. She doesn't unlock it, though. What about the other guy? The other guy isn't here. Okay, so Mabel's not going to unlock it. So you might as well give Anthony the job. All right. Anthony can go ahead and do that. That's fine. There's nothing else left in the United States. That is the only article left. So it was a Europe article, which is why everyone was standing around. Okay. We have $3,100 left. And I think I'm probably going to go ahead and just hit the paper order yet again, just so I have it for next week. But we don't need any more paper to print this week. But, you know, I'm going to have that truck coming in anyway. I think it's worth it. And then we'll get the paper going. We'll see what we're going to build this week, yeah? Let's do that together, right? Like everyone likes. Everyone. I've had so many comments that are conflicting. This is one of those series where you get conflicting comments. And so I try to give a balanced approach. You know, I try to skip certain parts, but then not skip it the next time. You know, some people are like, man, you know, I wish you wouldn't skip articles. I like seeing what the stories and headlines are when you're putting your reporters in there and everything. But I don't really care about the paper assembly. And then the other people are like, man, like there's a lot of articles and we're really not spending a whole lot of time looking at them anyway. But the paper assembly, the puzzle at the end, that's like the whole point of the whole week. It built up to that point right there. That's what I want to see. I get it. I have to do all of it anyway. But that's the wrong button. I got to do all of it anyway. Right? But it's you're not trying to figure out how to please everyone. It's just not going to happen, man. But I try to give you a mix. So you see it sometimes, you don't see it sometimes, etc. All right. So here's our paper. We got a lot of stories here. Anything we're not going to have? Ooh, this is important. Can we have that? It is going to be done 21 minutes from now. Okay. What about this one? 5 hours from now. Very close. But we did get that. And I'm going to hit priority just to make sure. Oh my gosh, this one here too. Good news is we have that spot done anyway, so we would have been fine. But if I hit prioritize on this, that's my influence. I really don't want to give up the influence, but I think I'm going to have to. Yeah, because that did not get done in time, unfortunately. Wow. Neither did the ad. Somehow. What is going on here? I started this ad in the early part of the week, didn't I? Oh, but the illustrator. I didn't start the illustrator till really late. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So this is the influence part of it. So I have to give up the influence, but I can still get the tag. I just have to give up the influence. That's a drag. I do want the I think that's the only thing left, though, because everything else is good. Let's see how this works out. Everything else is solid, though. So we're going to put you in the top spot for now. Stolen jewels. Or you. You know what? Let's put you in the top, I guess it's the bottom spot here, but we'll put the influence here. And then flip this around. So this is a politics page at the moment. It would probably kind of behooves me to not put the potential assassination of the president-elect as the top headline. But, you know, stolen jewels and this foreign article here is going to be the head story. All right, let's see. So I think on the crime side of things, this is the crime page. So on the crime side of things, we can place you, which is our scoop. And if there's any other, there aren't any more stories like that. Okay. Then we can place, gosh, no ad this week. This has got a silver tag. I guess we could use this one going there. Now, if we want to stay moderate, we still have to slide over one to the right. Let's get a society page. Also an economy page. This is 2, and we want to slide one to the right. So we'll go ahead and hit that. And that opens up a pretty good balance because I get both society and economy in there as well. So now we just need sports to get that bonus, and then we work up from there. So at the moment, I think probably our best sports headline is just the ad, which isn't great, but okay. We'll put an ad. Let's do it down here for now. At least we get the bonus. I want to see that on the screen. All right. This would have been really nice to have. It's such a shame that I can't get that story right there. But I think it's worth it to get these tags. Right now, statistics is the next one I got to place on the page. Statistics is here. That's an entertainment piece. And the entertainment article... Yeah, we could put this in with the sports, I guess. It's also an economy article, though. It could be on an economy page. That's what this is. Ooh, okay. How about we don't move it to the right with this one, and we instead put you here. And then, since this is economy, society, entertainment, we have a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there. We had another statistics article right here. That flows. Also, this flows, but there's influence involved in this one. So, wow, I kind of want to take this one out of here now, don't I? Yeah, I think this one's gone because it fits better by having these two in there. And then if I want to prioritize influence over sales, which I kind of do at this point, then I would do this. That would get me just 2 more influence in exchange for $400. I think that's worth it. Okay, so we'll do that as that page. Our crime stories are here, although I feel like maybe there's a better one than this one, but not really, because there's a lot of negative tags there too. Plus the influence on this side, but maybe we could put it down here. Sports. Is there anything else I can do with sports here? It's always the laggard. I just never have enough sports articles, I feel like. Let's get one right here. Now we must move this 2 paces to the left, to the right. And we have society, economy, that's still a thing. We have a whole page right here that we haven't done yet. And we don't have any society articles anymore. So let's move this to the right. And then we need another one that moves it to the right. We could use sports for that, but we're down on society and politics. Those are 2 topics I'm normally really heavy in. This one is also our triumphant piece here. So we want to put that there. And now it's just a matter of getting another society article, which I have plenty of. Not any good ones, but I do have plenty of them. So why don't we place this one because it's got the silver tag in it. And I must go to the right. And to go to the right is probably here. If I have a sports article that does it, though. Yeah, I could also do it down here too. This is a politics page. So right here could work. That moves it, but now I don't want to move it anymore. So is there any other politics story, maybe a statement story or a fame story? There isn't any more of those. So it's purely politics. And as long as it doesn't move the needle, this would have been nice, but it's very early, right? So this one doesn't move the needle. It's old news, but it doesn't move the needle. So we'll put that there. And then now, I mean, I guess if I just get one of those, right? That's it. So I can't really get all of them. I don't think there's no story that's all society, entertainment, and sports. So whatever I put here, it just needs to be kind of neutral in its positioning. And I could just target the influence, I suppose. That's an easy way to do it. This one here will move. It's entertainment. Yeah, this one here is still, that's the only one I don't have is this. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the region and I'm going to have to forsake that influence though, which is so, is it worth it? Because I can print this next week. I won't get the region now. That gives up 1 influence, but in exchange, I get to use it next week to where I can potentially get 18 by putting it in the right spot, right? So I feel like I don't do that. As crazy as it sounds, I'm going to let them have it. You can keep Morristown. I can get almost everything, but not Morristown. And then in exchange, I get to use this next week, which I can use it. We can go right back to Morristown and do it again, because Morristown will have another hopeful, and then this won't be the scoop, but it'll pair with the scoop, right? So I could still use it next week. Yeah. All right, we'll do that. So in that case, it really doesn't matter what I use here. So we're going to place you here, get the extra 4 influence from that side, get the extra bonus sales, at least a little bit here, and we call it a day. It's not the greatest paper in the world, but it's good enough. And yeah, we're not going to get this, but we get to use it next week for a lot more influence, and then we go after it again in Morristown one more time. So let's go. So I think I'm going to do a double dose of Morristown today in this video. Yeah. Double dose on that. We're up to 18,000 before... yeah, must have run out of mine in the newsstand. They peaked at mine, sure. We're going to take the rest of it now. It's fine. Yeah, I don't really need this. I think I'd rather have the sales and the money. Now, this one here, Power Broker, adds 12 hours of reporting time and an influence point to politics and economy items. So much slower reporting, but you get the influence point. It's pretty good. And then over here, you get Corner Cutter, 50% off reporting time, but it adds Sloppy, which I don't know if that's worth it. Maybe if there's like an article we must get, but that seems very niche, and I would want to use that reporter regularly. So either way, we got to choose one, because everything else about this is cluttered. We don't want to trigger the boycott, although it doesn't seem like it's all that big of a deal. And in fact, if we trigger a boycott for ads, it's kind of, if we're getting all the sales anyway here from that, I think maybe that's fine. But there's the benefits and stuff to going to informational. So maybe we do try to target informational this week. We could go after that. Just means I will have to not. I don't need balanced, right? So we're gonna go right after Morristown again, and we're gonna have it. Let's just see what the mayor wants here. He wants me to print economy the most, yeah. So where's that greedy spirit gone? Most lost their shirts in 29. Many suits are still scared and haven't forgotten the crash. Neither have I, but we can't rebuild the city this way. Projects need capital. Capital needs courage. And pork needs meat. You can't chew on bones, Mr. Mayor. Half your budget's already spoken for in pensions and potholes. Then give us a bite anyway. No need for charity, just a little faith. We don't deal in faith, we deal in numbers. I'm asking you to take a calculated risk. With all respect, sir, you want us to gamble? Risk on something we manage? A risk is something we manage, not chase like a racehorse. If no one moves, nothing moves. And that's bad for all of us, including your ledgers. In the end, we do it for our account holders. We invest their money. Improve customer trust, and maybe they'll feel safe enough to bank on New York again. All right, so print economy the most. Avoid printing these 2 tags, which isn't that difficult, but if these 2 things are paired with what I want, then, maybe it's not a big deal. Buy 1 fern. Hey, you know what? We can do that. We'll just go ahead and do that. That's better. Okay, we're going right back here to get that, and then we can use this later. We'll buy a fern. Hi, fern. That's what we'll do. Get the fern again. Let's do that right now so I don't forget. Where is it? Fern, comfort. General? Fern. There you go. You can have a fern. How about down here for these guys to be more comfortable? Although they got the Christmas tree there. I guess who am I really concerned about being comfortable? This area sucks though. If I slide everything over here, I think I can fit you here. Yeah, if I slide all this over just one space. Like that. Ooh. Because of the waste bin, yeah. Well, hang on. Now if I slide you over like, oh, it's the wreath. Hang on. Wreath goes here. Slide you here. No, that takes it away from that. Yeah, there's no way to do that. Well, maybe there is. Maybe I slide you over instead. And then if I jam everything together just like that, then the wreath can't be there. But if the fern can be there, then I can be happy. Yeah. That'll help a little bit. Okay. Wreath and ferns. And then let's see yeah, so we'll get the paper trash cleaned up. There's an extra person cleaning now, so it should be all right. There's a little bit of smelliness going on over here. I'm thinking maybe there's a smell counter. We have a new smell counter now, right? So let's take a look at tiles. We already have that. Christmas wreath, we already have that. More vents could be helpful here, I guess. It's kind of cheap. I thought there was a different sink. Isn't there a different sink? I thought I remember having a different sink unlocked. Maybe that didn't happen. Prestige, perhaps. Oh. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, okay. Snowflake wallpaper adds prestige. You can add that someplace where it doesn't matter. And here it doesn't matter. We could do it here. Because this is just assembly. So we add the snowflake wallpaper here. That's really expensive. Wow. That is expensive. Is it worth it? Yeah, I guess so. It gives them prestige. They like that. All right, we'll do that, and then we'll buy paper like 3 times. And hopefully we're good to go there. We'll buy it one more time here too. All right, let's get our articles going. So we bought the fern. That happened. We're good. All we need is the hopeful, which is economy and society. So we just need that, and then we claim everything. Okay, we found it. So we got bosses see light. That's our hopeful article. So Amelia can go ahead and unlock that really quick. I don't have Bennett. He's off doing something else at the moment. So let's say we go after... Doug could do it. We add a little bit of time to it, but we're really early in the week. Also go ahead and hit the editor on both because we know we're going to use that article. And then we'll wrap that up and get that there. So we're good on everything that's required for this week at the moment. We can just go ahead and throw a bunch of reporters into a bunch of different articles at this point. We'll focus on... Oh, hang on. Let's not do the editor. What I want is another editor, to be honest. Another editor would be great. Maybe I slide all of this over and add another editor in this room. You know, maybe that's the play. Because I don't think we can... Where's my repair person going to be? They don't really have a place to go. So maybe I slide them all the way over here. Slide this. Move all of this. I'm once again going to be adding paper here. Oh, this doesn't work. Oh, because of the fan. Let's move the fan here. Now slide all of this stuff over like so. Yep. Then move this over and flip the fan like that. And then again, she doesn't care, so she's just going to be here. And then I can place the new editor right here. So let's get another editing desk. And editing desk, editing desk, production, text editing desk. Here it is. So it removes bare bones, biased, boring, censorship, convoluted, inaccurate, lie, long-winded, polarizing, profanity, propaganda, provocative, red herring, unpopular does get it. Okay. Sloppy reporting and unpopular. But compromised is the one that it doesn't do. Yeah. So we'll place the text editing desk, I guess, right here. And let's get another editor in place. Looks like we got careful and deadline driven Saturdays and Sundays. I think not, because I'd like you to be faster on other days instead. Let's go here. Coffee connoisseur is great. You can go upstairs and get coffee, or I can place it right here for you. I think that's all right. You can do the coffee connoisseur with you. And then I'll add a coffee machine in here. Right here next to this desk. So let's go ahead and do that. I think it's in the smell counters category, which is odd. And we'll place it right there. Is there too much heat right here? Is that what I saw? Yeah, there's heat. Oh, smell. But this is a smell counter. It says it counters smell by 2%. What's going on? Oh, it's her. It's her. She's a smelly one. She's walking around the office. The smelly one. Why are you so smelly, Eva? Yeah, you're the smelly one. Why are you going down to this bathroom when your desk is literally here in this bathroom? You should be using this bathroom. You're walking all the way down here for this. It makes no sense. I put your office in a bathroom so that you would not walk through other people's bathrooms. There you go, Smelly. Stay out of here. Go back to work. All right. So there's that. So we have another editor here, and they can send it up the pneumatic tubes. No problem. Yeah, we have pneumatic tubes on nearly every floor that matters anyway. Okay. Looks a little weird having this here. I wonder if you will charge me for the whole room or just this. This is snowflake wallpaper. Are you charging me for the whole room? $800. That doesn't seem like the whole room. No, it definitely isn't. You're only charging me for the extra. Okay, no problem. All right, lots and lots of paper. Let me move it up. All right, lots and lots of articles here on the screen. They all popped up at the same time here. We have a lawsuit potential on this. Where's my legal guy? This is the wrong category, isn't he? Yes. Yes, they are. Okay, well, at least give me lucky. Christina, what you got for me here? You got 3 lawsuits filed against me. 3 of them seems a bit excessive, okay? Just saying. I mean, at least it's not, like, I don't know, 10 or whatever the other one is, but seems a bit excessive. Let's turn the editor off on that. All right, we got this one. That was the important one that we needed, and we'll put Anthony on that one because it doesn't matter if he's slow. Sports stories. They're going to need a photographer for that later. Darn it. And we need to get to photography, man. So this is a risk of boycott. I don't like that right now. Really don't. I wish we could offset that. I wish we could do something about the risk of boycott. Skillful. There's not any education I could do with that. Now, I could go back to the map right now. The map of New York City, that is. I got 75 influence points. I could go into Photo Academy right now. The problem really is that I don't have any room to put them. I don't have any more room. I need another floor. So we're not going to do that. What we can do, though, is I could go over and get an elevator. That might help. Getting 2 elevators specifically, because you don't want to have just 1 elevator. So 2 elevators, possibly 3, but I think 2 is the right number. Or, since we're already kind of good with stairs as is, it's okay. Maybe we get the dumbwaiter at this point. Optimize transportation for crates. Seems like a good thing for me. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And then I think, since we're going to have the dumbwaiter, we could probably do automatic paper deliveries. At this point, too. It's over here. I could probably do that, too. It's 12 automatic paper orders. So now that I don't have to do that anymore. So if I come back out, I got, of course, all the paper I just delivered, but there's still plenty here. So what we want to do with the dumbwaiter is to have a little bit of cash. I have $2,000. I suppose it's not that much cash. But I can use the dumbwaiter here, too. And so why don't we place this? I thought it was the bottom part first. Isn't it? Yeah, it's down here below first. If I place you here, does it have to be straight up? I mean, it makes sense that it would have to be straight up. That's what I thought it had to be. I could place it right here next to this. That's what I was thinking of doing. Let's see. The transporter, she hates it here. She's so mad. This desk sucks. This area sucks. Why are you so unhappy? I mean, really, is it just the constant moving up and down stairs? It's exercise. Thought you'd be happy with exercise. Like you need it. All right. Well, I think it probably needs to be straight up and down. Let's find out. If I go like this, yes, straight up and down. That's what I thought. So, I mean, it's gonna have to be. Ideally, this is a good spot for it, but I need a space. Maybe I can place it here. No, I can't put it with the pneumatic tube. It's gonna have to be here, right where the water is, and then I suppose I bring it up to about here. Yeah, it's just where that door is. So, my reporters are gonna need to move if I do that. Maybe I move one of the reporters. Where though? I just can't move anybody to work that. It could be here. So they would end up dumbweighting it all the way up to where the paper is, and then they'd have to come down a flight of stairs to deliver it. That's not the worst idea in the world. And I can move the fern. It's the fern. I move the fern, put the dumbwaiter here, send it all the way up, and have it parked there. Again, not the worst idea in the world. It won't let me do it because of the... I want that there, though. Yeah, so let me do it here, and then I go straight up, and it won't let me do it here. Oh, it's too much money. So it costs me more every floor I go up. Yeah, it's $200, and then it gets more expensive the higher you go. Those are big investments. Wow. Okay, well, I mean, ideally, I wanted it to go into the stock room. But I think also, once I get another floor, this will end up being the stock room. I know. Just humor me for a moment, okay? Yeah, it'll work. All right, we'll do that. Now all the stuff from down here, they only need to bring it here. It gets lifted up to there, and then they just need to bring it down from there. I don't want them to be in here, but like eventually, right, this is going to be my stock room area, and it's going to be fine. So dumbwaiters is there. Now I kind of want to see them go to work. And the other thing now also is I would probably want her desk to be lower or middle ground. I don't know what the most optimal position for her desk is now at this point. Maybe we slide these over and place her desk here. It's a good happy middle. Whether happy middle is a good thing or not, I don't know, but we can slide this over. Now, I wonder though, if I move your desk here instead, right? And then slide you over. You really don't have to be near these pneumatic tubes. Don't you counter smell? Isn't that why I placed you here? Yeah. You counter smell. So like you can just walk over there. Yes, I know. I'm getting sued. I know. Thank you for serving me. Doing your civil service. Now I think if I move this over right here, I can put them, in a more prestigious spot, and hopefully they'll be happier because right now they're just miserable. All right. And then with this spot open, you'd think, oh, you can put this here now. But it's just lining up with... It just doesn't line up well. Like it's just not going to work out. I want these things next to this crate. And so I think I'm okay with it going up another floor for now. And I can put this as far over as I can. The fern is such a waste of space, this fern. Put it over here. I want to make her as happy as possible. She's just miserable constantly. So we'll see if we can do anything about that. Any more smell counters I could put in this bathroom? Smell. No, it's not this. What is it? Comfort? And smell counters. Here it is. So sink is already there. The coats are helping, but just more air vents. Like I didn't move the air vents when I moved the bathroom somehow. There, that's a little bit better. Tiles wallpaper apparently wasn't installed. I don't have the money for that. Well, again, I know. Right? I'm trying to give a better work environment for my staff, okay? Can a man do right by his employees? All right. And let's put somebody else over in the story. Now, this is a risk of boycott for the ads. I don't really want to deal with that at the moment, but we're very early. So if I got somebody lucky, I guess we'll take a look at it. And we do. Jim, can you help me out, please? There we go. All right. We'll go ahead and get that one. That story is good. At this point, like, I don't really care about the week, right? The stories of this week are not that meaningful to me. They're not going to matter to me very much. It's because we're very early. The only thing that matters to me really is getting, this thing done. And that's all I wanted to do, but also developing my office a bit more too. Obviously I want to print quality work, but I don't necessarily need every single article now because we don't have requirements. Okay. Would have been nice to instantly unlock this, but I won't be able to do it. And Doug is going to do kind of slow, honestly. I don't really want Doug to be there either. Harmonize should be on this article. I could set Anthony on it. Maybe that's a good thing to do. Legal advisor doesn't help with the injury risk. Okay, well, I don't have anybody lucky. Jim, he's already gone 16 more hours. We're going to have to go for it. We're just going to risk it. We got lucky anyway. Good. All right, we just got some basic articles that we've just hitting. It's not really all that exciting. Extortion plot uncovered. I've got this. I'm waiting for Emilio to get back so that I can send him in here. Bennett can unlock that one. Emilio is going to come in and unlock this one pretty quick. Oh, he can't. He doesn't have politics. Oh. Well, I misplayed that one, I suppose. Bennett? Wait, Bennett doesn't have politics either, though, does he? No, he wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. Okay. Well, in that case, Clarence can do this one. Let's take a look. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think we have a lot of articles. I'm just going to go ahead and clear them in. The bribe, right? Again, kind of saw that from before. I like how I can zoom the time ahead, but it doesn't actually increase the counter. But look at the arm, like the hand getting well, I guess it doesn't. I thought it was getting closer anyway. Yeah, and there we go. And then I don't know if that's cheaper. That's the thing. You can't really know unless you science it, right? Let's put you there. Okay. And then for this one, I'm just slapping people in position at this point. I'm getting pretty much every article there is. And Christina can go do this one. I do want to accelerate that. We'll prioritize that one. And then over in Europe, we got a new story. I'm going to go ahead and skip that one too. It's not really worth the investment. I think there might be a better one out there. There we go. Let's see if there is. Okay, well, there's influence. It's a little more complicated. You got the key. You got to go here, then here, key it, and then up here. And then there's a risk of injury as well. But this one might be worth going on if we have people who could unlock it quickly, which not the right categories for us to being able to do that. But I do like the influence point, and it's the fact that it's a review. So the unfortunate thing is that my person who has the pen doesn't have lucky. So and they're slow. So if Mikhail gets this, he'll have the injury, then he's out, right? So that sucks. But you know what? We got time. We can maybe put them. Let's give them the Zeppelin, I suppose. Here, we can put Kathy here. No, we can't. No, we can't. Because it doesn't... Only one person can work on this at a time. That's the problem. Okay, well, it is what it is. I've already unlocked it. So we'll go ahead and put Clarence on that side. And I guess in nearly 2 days, we'll be able to go after this one. Okay, cool. 2 articles remaining. Maybe one of them is Europe. I don't know. Yep, I think it is. I think the last one is Europe, which is no big deal. Okay, so we did the Fern. We did that. And we have the Morristown article, I believe, right up here. No, where is it? Right here. Yep, it's done. Completely done. So we're going to be in good shape. That on top of the fact that this, yes, it's old news. It's sloppy production as well, I guess. But it's not actually old news because we didn't finish it last week. So we can do it right now. All right, so this is going first. Top story. Knew that was going to happen. This will go second. And I guess if we're going towards informational, then I would want to go... even more over this way, so I could maybe hit this one, which counters with both of these, or doesn't counter, right? It's lining up, all right? You know my words. My words are bad, but you know them. Okay. Let's have the 750 ad on a crime page, and let's have the crime page. Man, we don't have a lot of articles this week. They didn't really give me a whole lot of them anyway. We'll put this here for the influence. And let's also go in and maybe get that for good influence. There's a 6 influence part here too. So we get a politics article as well. Now that we're already in informational, we can just let it sit there for a bit. This one's not done, but it'll probably be done. Let's let it run. I don't think this is going to complete in time. Yeah, 15 hours away. So that is the gold tag. Otherwise, it's not worth it. So... it is what it is. Let me make sure I got enough paper before we run out here. I haven't seen the dumbwaiter be used yet. It's a little bit kind of wish... I don't know. I haven't seen it be used yet. I'm assuming it's helping, but I don't know. I have automatic paper deliveries now too, so... oh, no, I don't. I can turn this on to have it. I can auto that. There we go. Okay, turn it on. And then... on the ad side, we want to work on an ad. Have you working on an ad, I guess. And then we had a little bit of noise over here too. Let's move this over, and then it's a smelly. All the other comfort things are taken care of in the office, so we're fine there. I think I have enough pages to print. If I don't, I can rob it from the toilets. It's fine. Okay, so politics. This didn't finish. That's unfortunate, but this one did. And I don't really want to move it, but yeah, this is 6 influence, so we're gonna leave it for the extra 2 influence. That's what I was thinking of. We put the influence here, and now we're at 38 influence for the paper. That's just kind of nutty. I'm not getting a whole lot for this. I'd rather combo it, I think. So I'm gonna bring you. No, because I have a lot of tags on that. I'd rather get the 2x. Yeah, right here we have crime. Let's go and put you here. That's fine. And then, of course, we want to move it back by 2 as well. So we still need to do that. Let's see. How can we make that happen? I may not be able to. This one can move. Nope, not there. Here. Nope, stop it. Right there. And then we move this to here instead. Yeah. I know I sacrificed a little bit of influence, but we're getting 36 anyway. I'm getting a lot. I just want to make sure I'm not getting my sales stolen. And then this one here too could have moved it. Yeah. Fine. Do that. We need one more to the left. So yeah, because yeah, that's what's doing it right there. Okay, well, we have to take this off of the hotspot. So we're going to sacrifice 2 additional influence there and probably a lot of sales, but I can't move it. If I can figure out a way to do that otherwise, then fine. But so far, I'm kind of dealing with I have a lot of options. I just don't have a lot of slots. Doesn't really combo very well, but I could always put this one in. And that gives me that extra 2 influence back. Plus, it moves the needle the right direction. You know, this is a European article. So I do have old news here, but it's European. So I guess I can grab that, put that in place. So back to 38 influence is what we got. And we still have this page. And like that 6 is pretty big. So this is politics. I don't need to have the politics here. I could do a sports page. So if I place this here and then put another sports article, I don't think there are a whole lot of sports articles left that are done. No, just this. So I guess we take the one that's not old and place that there. And then as we go up, I think that's it. That's the whole paper, yeah? Yeah. Oxford Union embraces pacifism. 38 influence plus the getting the region is going to give me more influence. Plus the 2 influence coming from the high society. So we're getting 41 for this week. That's pretty good, you know? And I used every article I have that gives me influence, you know? So, yeah, I think that's good. Only 763 pages. I like it. Just double checking. Double check my alignment here. How do I get out of that? Hang on. Double check my alignment here. Yeah, right there. That's good. It's only 12,000 bucks, but we don't have a lot of debt anymore, so this is gonna be fine. And with 33 influence still, I think it's time. Like I mean, it's time to get another floor and to get cartography, to get photography. We don't have to really focus in on influence as much anymore. We can focus in on the money to expand the building. Because I got a lot of extra stuff and not a lot to spend it on. So she's going to give me the stuff. Yep. These guys don't really matter to me too much. Oh, brava! You've taken up the mantle of refinement so elegantly. This is the sort of work that might make a factory girl dream of Florence. Sure. Sure. So we're going to end up getting a new educational opportunity here. And that is the power broker. Now it's all the way over in sensational. I don't know what this item is. A golden sink. Hey, we got to get that. We got to get that golden sink. Our bathrooms really could use some prestige, couldn't they? I think we're going sensational next week. Oh boy. Which means all those things are going to move anyway. So 4,300 is all we have left after expenses. And that's barely enough to buy paper and get rid of the existing debt. So, you know, is what it is. But it's totally manageable. And I didn't get a whole lot that week just because there wasn't a whole lot to search for and strive for. But I can always go for other things like this. And we can see what high society and the mayor wants and everything later. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you'll join me again for the next one where I will hopefully be able to talk as well. Bye-bye.